So another morning and I'm back on the police car again to try and finish off the wiring. I knew it was going to take too long yesterday, so today's task, I did make a bit of a mistake yesterday. I did miss out a couple of wires in there, so I'm going to have to try and put them in and feed them through, and then it'll be all about tidying that up, connecting up what's there. I haven't fitted the rumblers yet, so I went out yesterday and brought some more wire to fit the rumblers, because I've decided to use the speaker wire for the siren and do it slightly differently. And then it's going to be this here in the back. I'm trying to see if we can get some type of order in place, tidy it up and get stuff wired up. So the only thing that will be left to wire in will be the light bar, which of course I can't fit yet until it's all been painted. So I think it's going to be another long day. So anyway, let's get on with it. With all the wires now in the engine bay, it was just the fact of having to thread them through so they were actually at the front of the car, and then I had to take my time to sort out which wire had to go where, and then it was just a case of lining them up and then putting them roughly to where they needed to be. With all the wires now roughly in place, I needed to cut them so they were all the right size and not overstretched or have lots of wires dangling around everywhere. Everything now in the right place. It was just the fact of starting to strip away the protective shrouding, which will expose the bare wires so that I could start putting the wires together and wrapping them up. I'm sure I'm going to get a little bit of hate here for the way that I am connecting these wires together. Appreciate it may not be the best thing in the world. However, at least I know it's not going to necessarily pull apart and remain quite safe. I will say I did go through quite a lot of lighter fluid doing this, as the lighter was constantly on the go. And it's done. So I just want to give you a quick update. We had a downpour of rain, so I had to kind of switch everything off quite quick and pack up. Then we've been hit with a few problems, so I've kind of done quite a bit and not on camera. So this is where we're at. So far, I've had to remove driver's headlight, the grille. So all the wiring is now trunked through. It's still a bit untidy there. I've now connected up everything that needs to be connected up. That is the headlight flasher. I've tidied up all the wires underneath there and put cable ties. I had to pull that headlight out to get to that plug for the hideaway. So as we move around, I had to feed some more wires through. One to do the headlights, and the other one is got to be run through the car for the rumblers, which are yet to be fitted. I haven't fitted them yet. So I'm going to quickly put the front of the car back together. I'm not going to record myself doing that because that's just, you know, you've seen it before. And jump into the back, job done. So everything now is at the back of the car, I think. I've still got quite a lot of wire left over, but I think I may have overcompensated because I think there was old wiring in the original police car that I never took out. But yeah, there's all this now that I need to go through and connect, and some wire just over here which is to the main siren control box. So I suppose it's any good just standing here looking at it. That's not going to get it done, is it? So these wires here are pre-existing wires that were already left in the car, so I have checked them, and we have two permanent powers and a great big earth wire. I've added this in just to try and help split up some of the lives, but I now need to put another one of them in for ground. Let's drill that first. Decided to mount one of the wiring boxes here. That's worrying. Hope I haven't drilled that too big. Then I'll put another one next to it, because there's still room on that, if you pull it, for that to go there. And there's still plenty of room for that to go in there. Perfecto. We can strip this wire back. Be careful with electricity, kids. Yep. 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 That one's got to have. Yep. 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 Oh yeah, baby. So now I think it's just the fact of just grabbing any wires I kind of find and see where I end up, where I'm going with that. So what I might do just for a minute, just put a bit of tape around that just to hold it. Well, I can't reach the tape. I put just a bit of tape around it for a minute, it just helped hold it in place. Just like that. Blacks are going to need a ground. Ooh. Now, bearing in mind, the last time these were tried was actually when they were on the car. Fused. It really was just a spaghetti of wires, so it was just the fact of grabbing one wire at a time and seeing where it needed to go. These two wires just needed to be threaded through so that they were laying nice and flat, and then they were pushed through ready to fit onto the control box. One of these wires is for the microphone, and the other wire is actually the Cat5 cable that connects from the control box through to the other side and goes to the keypad to allow siren to operate. Due to the previous wiring of the police car, luckily enough, there's already a hole in the carpet to feed the wire through. So, what feels like it's taken absolute eternity to do, I finally managed to do. So, I've done a lot of stuff off camera. I apologise for that. I've been getting quite stressed and I've been kind of doing it in between other stuff. Did have a bit of an issue today with the camera that I couldn't get it to charge and the battery was flat. It's not been very helpful. In a turn of events, when I connected up the siren, unfortunately it wasn't making a full circuit because the light bar wasn't there. So I brought the light bar down, I've connected it all up. I fiddled about with it a little bit more and I was still struggling to get it to go, and it turned out that the wire that goes to the keypad must have got damaged somehow. However, let me turn the camera around and show you where we are at. So this is on code 3 at the moment. Excuse the mess still, it still needs to be tidied up quite a bit. Still needs a bit of fettling, as we're not quite there yet. So, as you can see, it's done, it's working. It's not perfect. I've got to still tidy up the wiring. The wiring is kind of become a bit of a mess, purely because of having to do everything. So, I still have all this to tidy up, and I can't fit the light bar properly because the car still needs to be painted. And of course, I need to finish off the wiring in here, but it works, which is a Brucey bonus. So still plenty to do. Anyway, if you are enjoying my channel, please make sure you like, please make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.